Namaskar. In this video we will discuss about laws of exponents for real numbers. We will do very interesting questions. Okay, so let us see. We will discuss about laws of exponents. What are laws of exponents? Suppose x is any real number and a, b are its integral parts. They are integers. So x to the power a into x to the power b, it becomes x to the power a plus b. It means whenever multiplication is there of same base, we always add the powers. Okay. Similarly, whenever there is division and same base is there, then we always subtract the powers. Okay. So for division we subtract the powers and for multiplication we add the powers. But remember, the main thing is that these two terms should have the same base. Okay, base is same, that's why I have combined. Okay, here also base is same, so it is combined. Fine. Besides x we have one more number y. Suppose we have x to the power a into y to the power b. Okay, so we cannot apply any formula for this. The base is different. Next, if this is having power 0, it means the value will be 1. Any real number has the power 0, then the value will be 1. Clear? Now next, if it is x to the power a, so it can be written as 1 upon x to the power minus a. Similarly, we can say x to the power minus a, this will become 1 upon x to the power a. So what it means? So if we take the term in the denominator, from numerator to denominator we are taking, sign of power will change. Okay, similarly here also the same thing happens. Fine. And the vice versa also. Now next, x upon y whole to the power m, it means two real numbers have the same powers, then it will become x to the power m upon y to the power m. Similarly, if they are in multiplication, they will also become x to the power m y to the power m. X to the power a whole to the power b. If this kind of a term is there, see, the whole bracket is having some power. Fine. So in this case we multiply the powers. Fine. One more thing, whenever this sign is there, it means the power will be 1 upon 2. Similarly, if we have this sign, so it means power is 1 upon 3. So whatever number is written here, this is fractional powers. Fine. Suppose it is written 5. So this is called fifth root of x. So it will be written x to the power 1 upon 5. These are some laws for exponents for real numbers limited to 9th class. There are many other laws, but I think for 9th class laws are sufficient. Let us come to the important questions. Okay, these questions are important because they have the ability to teach you something. Okay, so watch till last to get the understanding from all the questions. Okay, the question seems a little bit difficult first glance, but actually it is very easy. How we can simplify it? See this term, 8 to the power 1 upon 3 and 27 to the power 1 upon 3. Okay, how can we write 8? The factors of 8 are 2, 2 and 2. It means it will become 2 raised to the power 3. Similarly, 27 will be 3 into 3 into 3. It means 3 to the power 3. So we know these two numbers can be written in this form. So let us see. 5, this 8 will become 2 raised to the power 3 and whole to the power of what? 1 upon 3. Clear? Plus 27 means 3 to the power 3 and whole to the power 1 upon 3 is also there. And then we have our 3 here and 1 upon 4. Now focus at this part. This 3 and 1 upon 3. I told you one formula, x to the power a whole to the power b. What happens with this? These powers get multiplied. So here also 3 and 1 upon 3 gets multiplied. It means 3 and 3 will cancel. So this will become 2 raised to the power 1. It means simple 2. Here similarly it will become 3. Understood? So we have 2 plus 3 whole to the power 3 and then we have 5. Then 1 upon 4 exponent. Clear? Now see, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 to the power 3. here we have 5, it means 5 to the power 1 whole to the power 1 upon 4. And one more law of exponent, x to the power a into x to the power b, this become x to the power a plus b. At these two places base is same. So what happens? 5 to the power 1 plus 3, it means 4. Now we have power 1 upon 4. So with this formula is applicable once again. 4 cancel and we have only 5. So this is the answer. So see, difficult looking question actually was very easy. Okay, so this is how the beauty of mathematics. Okay, you need not to be afraid from that. Learn the basics, learn the formula, learn the concepts. Okay, stay with me, I'll teach you all the concepts in the best possible way. So let us come to the next question. At the beginning we do not get any clue for how to solve this question. Okay, root 18, root 20, root 50, root 45, all terms are different. Okay, we do not get any clue how to solve this. Fine. When we look at the beginning, the basics of mathematics tells there is always a clue for every question. Here root 18 can be simplified. Okay, you can simplify it, you can reduce to a simpler expression. Similarly, other terms, if possible, try to reduce them into the simpler expression. Okay, that is what we are going to do here. Now this becomes 12 root 18. So what is root 18? Let us see. This becomes 9 into 2. 9 2 is 18. And what is 9? 9 means 3 into 3. Clear? Now since it is a square root, so 3 into 3 will become 3 and we have 3 root 2. So this term is actually 3 root 2. So 12 into 3 root 2 minus 6 into 20. So what is 20? So this will become 4 into 5. 4 will become 2. So 2 root 5. Clear? So 2 root 5. Similarly we have 3. 50 is how much? 50 will be square root 25 into 2. And what is 25? This is square root 25 is 5. So 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 plus 8 into 45 will become 9 5s are 45. Okay, so 9 will become 3 root 5. 3 root 5. Now if some of you get difficulty in finding the factors of these, then you can apply the prime factorization method like this. You divide by 5, 5 9s are 45, again by 3, 3 5 3 3. Okay, like this. Then also you will come to know the same simpler expression. Okay, the same expression will come, no need to worry at all. Fine. Now we have an expression which is easier, where we can do something. So the difficult looking question actually gave you some clue and you got the next step. Fine. So here we are going to do the next step. 12 3s are 36 root 2 minus 6 2s are 12 root 5 minus 3 5s are 15 root 2. 8 3s are 24 root 5. Now do you have any like terms here? Just see, we have root 2. Here also we have root 2. Okay, so it means these two terms are like terms. Like terms can only be combined. Okay, they can be subtracted or added, but other terms cannot be combined. Fine. So 36 root 2 is positive and it is negative. So 36 minus 15 is how much? 21. So this becomes 21 root 2. Similarly, this is negative and this is positive. So 24 minus 12. So we have only positive 12 root 5. That is the only thing we can do now. Okay, we can only take something common, and that is 3 only. So if we take 3 common, so it becomes 3 7s are and 3 4s are. Okay, like this you can leave the answer. Now let us come to the next question. We have to simplify this expression. Okay, so see, the power is minus 3 upon 4. I think in up to 8th class you have not seen this type of questions. Okay, so let us simplify this question. So 81 and 16, look at 81 and 16. What kind of numbers are they? 81 can be factorized. We can find some factors. Okay, and the prime factors of 81 are 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay, so 3 to the power 4. So this you can easily write 3 to the power 4. Similarly, 16 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. It means 2 raised to the power 4. I hope you do not get any difficulty in writing this. So we can find the prime factors. Next, 25, it means 5 to the power 2. 9, it means 3 to the power 2. This becomes minus 3 upon 2. Clear? Now we have one formula, and that was like x upon y to the power a is actually equal to x to the power a upon y to the power a. This was the formula. Okay, now we are, see, formulae are from both the side, from LHS as well as from RHS. So here we are applying the formula from RHS. This becomes 3 upon 2 whole to the power what? 4. Okay, and then we had exponent minus 3 upon 4. Clear? This had 5 upon 3 whole to the power 2, and then we have power minus 3 upon 2. This much is clear to you? Fine. So what we did here, 3 and 2 both are having same powers. Okay, so we took the power outside this bracket. Fine. Now see, these two powers are with the same expression. Okay, so they will get multiplied. Applying this formula here. So these two powers will get multiplied. So 4 and 4 will cancel. 2 and 2, similarly, this will also cancel. So what are we left with? We are left with 3 upon 2 whole to the power. See, here it is 1. 1 into minus 3, it means simply minus 3. And then another term is 5 upon 3 whole to the power minus 3. Clear? Minus 3 into 1 minus 3. Okay, when the same powers are there, so they can be applied like this. So 3 by 2 into 5 upon 3. Okay, so 3 and 3 they will cancel. So what is left? 5 upon 2. So 5 upon 2 whole to the power minus 3. This expression can be simplified one more step. Negative power can be made positive. So what can we do? 5 upon 2, if we reciprocate the term, writing it as 2 upon 5. So this becomes what? Negative. So this is only positive 3 now. Fine. Now we have 2 raised to the power 3 upon 5 to the power 3. You can leave the answer here, or you can write 2 raised to the power 3 is 8 and this is 125. This is also the answer. Now your choice. You can leave the answer in any of these forms. It was very interesting question, and similar questions have seen in many competitive examinations. I myself made question papers for many Olympiad examinations from past around 10 years. So these questions, I know they come in examinations. Okay? If you watch all the videos, you'll get the benefit to be able to do those questions very easily. Okay, so now let us come to the next question. This question is different type of question. So let us look at the question. 3 minus 2 root 2, this kind of expression is there, and square root of a we have to find, and we have not seen the square root of any square root number. Okay, you do not know how to find those square roots. There are some methods, but here we have a specific tricky method how to solve these questions. Let us see that how to solve. A is 3 minus 2 root 2. So look at this term very carefully. Okay, what do you observe? This is 2 root 2. It means if we have to find a square root of this expression a, it means for this expression it has to be perfect square. Okay, this is the main clue. Fine. Can we make this term as perfect square? Can we make it? Let us see. How can we make it? So this 3 can be written as 2 plus 1. Easily we can write. And 2 root 2. Now look at this term. This 2 can be written as root 2 whole square. This one is already 1 square minus 2 into first term into second term. Okay, this is the same thing. Fine. So here we come to know that this is a square plus b square minus 2ab. And what is the formula? A square plus b square minus 2ab is actually a minus b whole square. Now let us apply it. Root 2 minus 1 whole square. Okay, so this is a for you. Clear? And we need to find a square root a. So very easy. We can write it. Square root a means square root of this term. So square and square root, they nullify each other. Okay, Do not cancel like this. See, some students write this kind of a thing. They cancel like this. But remember dear, in mathematics this cancellation is not defined. If the people have taught, maybe in a hurry they have written it, but actually this cancellation is not defined in mathematics. Clear? This is wrong. Fine. So what you need to do, you simply write in the next step without this square and square root. Okay, they nullify each other. We never write this cancellation word. So this is square root a. Now 1 upon square root a, this becomes 1 upon root 2 minus 1. Now you know, whenever square root comes in denominator, we have to rationalize it. Okay, we have to make it rational number. Okay, how can we do it? By multiplying the rational factor. And what is that? We just change the sign of minus. Now a minus b and a plus b, we know this is a square minus b square, and in numerator we have simple the same term. This is 2 minus 1. So 1 upon root a is actually equal to root 2 plus 1 whole upon 2 minus 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So this value is root 2 plus 1. So we have two equations. This is one equation and two. Look at these two equations. We were requiring this square root a and this 1 upon square root a. If we add these two values, we actually get the whole expression. So let us find. So what is a? Square root a plus 1 upon square root a. This is sum of these two expressions. So from equation 1 and 2 we are adding them. From equation 1 and 2 we get, so what we get, root 2 minus 1 plus, so 1 cancel, this is 2 root 2, and this is the answer. So see, this is one of the most difficult question. In many of the Olympiad examinations this question has come, and if you have understood the concept, if you have understood the technique, how do we solve it, then you can solve many such questions. So do solve similar questions, and do write your views, do write your comments, and do share it to maximum students. Okay, thank you very much.